keyboard in front of you. Any keyboard. A laptop, a desktop, an old office keyboard. Lots of keys, letters, numbers, symbols, strange abbreviations. And one key immediately catches your eye. It's bigger than all the others. Sometimes twice as big, sometimes 3 times as big. The spacebar. We press it constantly, sometimes without even noticing. But why did the spacebar become so big? Before typewriters, there was no separate spacebar. People wrote by hand. Words were separated naturally, by a movement of the hand and a pause in the mind. No one thought of the spacebar as an action. It was simply part of the writing. But everything changed when text began to be typed, not written. When engineers began creating the first typewriters in the 19th century, they faced an unexpected problem. Letters, check. Numbers, check. So are symbols. But how do you print the space between words? It turned out that space also requires a mechanism. And someone came up with a seemingly strange idea, to create a separate key that doesn't print anything, but moves the carriage. So the spacebar became an action, not just a pause. Now the main question, why isn't the spacebar as small as the other keys? Why isn't it hidden somewhere off to the side? The answer is very simple. We use it most often. If you take any text, there are almost as many spaces as letters. Sometimes even more. Every word requires a space. Every sentence requires several. If the spacebar were small, typing would become a constant battle against errors. Engineers quickly realized this. A large spacebar allows you to press it without looking, without aiming, without thinking. It's one of the few keys that can be pressed automatically. And for fast typing, this is critical. There's another reason that's rarely talked about. The spacebar is designed for the thumb, and the thumb is the strongest and laziest finger on the hand. It's ideal for repetitive motion. You can type for a long time. You can get tired. You can even avoid looking at the keyboard. Your thumb will still find the spacebar. This isn't an accident. It's ergonomics. On old typewriters, the spacebar was especially important. If you missed a key, the carriage would move in the wrong direction, and the line could be ruined. Correcting the error was difficult, sometimes impossible. Therefore, the spacebar was made large, reliable, and comfortable, so that it would always work. Over the decades, keyboards have changed radically. They became thinner, quieter, more compact, wireless, touchscreen. But the spacebar remained large, because it simply worked. And if something works perfectly, it's left alone. Even on on-screen keyboards, the spacebar is one of the most visible keys. It's larger than the others. It's in the most convenient place, because the logic remains the same. We still separate words, we still type text, and we still press the spacebar more often than any other key. And here's the funniest part. The spacebar is the symbol for nothing. It prints nothing, but it's precisely for this nothing that the largest key is needed. The more important the pause, the more space there is for it. The spacebar isn't just a key, it's a pause between thoughts. It's a way to make text readable. Without spaces, words become chaos. With spaces, meaning emerges. The spacebar became the largest key not because it's more important than letters, but because we use it more often than anyone else. It's simple, it's unnoticeable, but without it, text simply doesn't work. Sometimes the most important things are those that look like nothing, and that's why the spacebar is the king of the keyboard.